This is my tracker.
No, Srinivas, be good.
Cool. So far we covered these topics 100%, and we are in work in progress. For the item number 3, we talked about accounts and basic functionality, out of the box functionality, accounts, contacts, and customer 360 degree. Today we will talk some more features of the customer and contacts, and then move to leads and opportunities. So and then we can see this is a parallel task. Function setup manager is a parallel thing. Whenever it is required, we are going there and then doing things. So like I mentioned, this was related to users, so which we covered it. Manage users also we covered it, and then we'll see profile options suitably whenever we want it. So yeah, let's see one profile options before we do anything today. So hope you understand profile options. I think that's the EBS technology. Still walks through here. Right, let's get into the system. So I have taken a sample customer like yesterday, and then I was talking about extending the access to a given account. As we already discussed several times, accounts and contacts are given out of the box, access in the sense just to view the records. But on top of that, let's say the owner of the account wants to extend more privileges to any kind of user that he wants to share. Then what he can do, he can get onto the account record, come to the team subtab, and then add the team member manually, and then adjust the access here, whatever he wants to do, either edit or follow. That he can do. So that's something very case to case, customer to customer record based access extension to certain handpicked users like admin that have done it. So I explained access various types yesterday, and then there's nothing more functionality here. So one thing I want to quickly talk about is territory. So I know I'm not right now going to talk about territories configuration, but how it works out, I'm just going and then talk about it a little bit there. So territories assignment basically. So if you see this territories and team members, basically this is the section, team is the section where you can see the territory assignment and team members assignment basically. Okay, so team members assignment, let me take a step back. So for certain objects, so either you can add members manually, and for certain objects like lead and opportunity, we can also write some rules so that whenever the rule is executed and the criteria is met, and then whatever the members that you're defining on the rule, those members will come and sit in the team. And that kind of rule setting is not there with the accounts. It's possible with the leads and opportunities. Okay, so automating the rules so that you can add team members based on certain criteria. So here, automated way of adding members by writing certain rules is not possible with account, but possible with the leads and opportunities, which we will cover anyway during FSM. So the other way of adding members is territories. Basically, you define a territory and then you add members to the territory. That's it. And of course, the territories demarcation happens by geography or various other dimensions. There are 13 dimensions or more. We can leverage all those dimensions and define your territory and then add the members. Whenever the territory criteria is met, the system would actually either automatically set the territory assignment, or we can run a batch process. It all totally depends on on the customer's need. So let's say if you are automating it, we are just writing it whenever I create an account or update account, it should basically check the territories and then assign those territories. Yeah, that's a real-time assignment of territory. It will bring all those territories which are defined, and then criteria is met, and then those territories will come and sit here. Basically, what you see here, this is the territory that's coming and sitting on this account particularly, and then you see the owner of the territory. Okay, and you probably see the team members are different people, and even the territory members are a different set of people. So that's it. Like for a given account, you're totally enhancing the enhancing your data security among the users by means of territories also. Okay, so of course that's one of the benefits that you would get if you implement territory and assign it to account. Of course there are even more benefits, or I would say, or the functionalities that would be, you know, that you can see those benefits when you are really talking about territories. But for now, the context is how to extend the access of account using territory is by simply assigning territory. So we cannot really add any territory manually here, but what you see the button is partner territories. If you have a partner territory defined in your system, then if you want to add a partner territory, we can do so manually, but not like customer related territories. Again, there are different types of territories, basically not different, but there are basically three types of territories: customer centric, partner centric, and resource centric. Resource centric is completely new topic, or very, very latest thing that they have brought into, but we don't use it 99.99 times. What we use is customer centric territories or partner centric territories. When I said customer centric, it's driven by customer. The definition or the various attributes of the territory is purely done from the attributes of the customer. The other way around is per partner. So we'll see them when it comes. So basically what I mean to say is, though you see the button here, you don't see like customer centric territories. Basically whatever you see here, it is a customer centric territory because of the type is prime. Okay, and then we see all those territories. Basically by means of assignment of a territory, we are enhancing the visibility of the customer to a certain number of people who are not the creators of the account, who are not the owners of the account, but still they will get access to these accounts, and then they can get down and then see various other data points of customer 360 degree. If this territory is not there and Matt Hooper will not, we can still see the account for profile overview, and he don't get to see the opportunities, leads, etc. Those are completely private to the owner. When the territory is assigned, that's it. So he will get access to some of the points here, not all the points. But again, this is the beginning. This is the actually first node of territory assignment. Let's say if you want to invoke the same territory onto the opportunities created on the account, that's again a further configuration we need to configure, and then so that whatever the territories assigned on the account will also be invoked onto the opportunity. And same can be done for lead, but that's not out of the box. When I said out of the box, the territories on account could be a totally different set of territories for the opportunities, despite the account is same. That's all possible. So every flexibility is possible. So let me cut short there. More of territories. So I just want to limit myself where you can find the territories on an account. Any questions so far?
Srinivas, you're saying that with the territories, you will be able to assign team members to the territory for the accounts.
I'm not assigning team members. Team members will be only here. Okay. And basically, these team members could be different from the territory team members, which will be there on the territory only. And these members will not sync to these team members. Yeah.
Okay. Now, my question is, by default, account and contract is global level. Everybody will be able to see the accounts and contacts.
Right.
But they will not be able to see those leads and opportunities against that contact or account unless they are part of that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if I use territory manager, what is the advantage that these people are getting as part of becoming the team of that account? They will still not be able to see leads and opportunities, right?
I will not be able to see, definitely. Again, it depends on again territory rules of opportunity. So what benefit you will get? See, let me give you this scenario. So accounts, contacts, I said global, but they are still within BU. There is a BU concept, right? So B is the highest level of security. So within BU, you're just playing around different security points. You got me? Okay. So for a scenario where let's say BU1, BU2, all the accounts of BU1 are only limited to BU1, but not BU2. In the sense like the common are just limited to that BU only. Now, if you want to change this structure, I have two BUs. Still, BU1 should be able to see the accounts of BU2 and vice versa. Then this is how you can actually extend your territory based assignment. So from cross accounts from different BUs. This is one of the use cases. So that's how you can actually take the benefit of territory assignment functionality, and then you are driving the the layers of security.
Okay, so you mean to say even the accounts and contacts are global, it is global to a particular BU. It is not
BU.
one cannot access across BU.
Mhm. Yeah, that's one of the use cases. If you want to cut across that security, so territory assignment is one of the things. Like I said, data security is just not just one aspect of the territory functionality, just one of the aspects, but that's not the whole purpose of the territories. So data security, data visibility enhancement is just one of the many aspects of territory functionality. So there are other benefits like without territory you cannot really build quotas and track quotas, attainment of quotas. You cannot really go with the forecasting. So your quotas, your forecasting, the foundation. If, besides territory, besides technology, so
Quotas
those
and
two are
forecasting will come into picture for your opportunities, right?
no, the foundation is territory. So this is how it is, right? So those are transactions. Leads and opportunities are transactions. Okay. But if you want to configure your quotas or the forecasting, see that is the output, right? What object you want to utilize opportunity, that's a different thing. Even to build your quotas itself, you should have territory in place. If you want to build your forecasting model itself, territory should be already in place. That's what I'm trying to say. Once you are done with this building or configuration, then forecasting of opportunities or forecasting or the quota attainment, that's like output part of it.
That I understand. My question was, when are there any use cases where you use territories for accounts? I mean, leads and opportunities. Okay, I understand, because all the leads should not be visible for everyone. So you assign it based on the territories.
Mhm.
But accounts and contacts is a use case where you actually assign it.
Like, forget about leads and opportunities. Still, he doesn't get access. Matt Cooper, if you log in as Matt Cooper, I'm the primary member of this territory, and then I can edit this account to an extent. That is the enhancement by means of territory assignment. You follow me? Which you don't get. See, Matt Hooper as a independent user logs in. Most of the information is not entire information is view only, read only. But being the member of the territory, owner of the territory, if the territory is assigned, I will get full control on the profile options, this profile section of it, and then contact section of it, where I can add multiple contacts. You
Okay,
follow me? The
otherwise it
extra
is read
benefit.
only.
Otherwise, see, that's what I've been telling, right? So the basic access is view only or read only. Anybody can see any account. Irrespective, I mean, doesn't matter you are on the team or you are on the territory which is assigned, whether you are there or not doesn't matter. Everybody gets it. Simply, I can search for, but I should only think is I should be able to know their name so that I can search it, because there will be millions of customers in the database. And then if you build your own saved search here, like put all the accounts in this table, yeah, I can scroll down slowly wherever it is. Or if I know that customer name, I can simply search here and it will actually surface to the top. And if I click on that account, it will be read only. You just test it. It's a very simple testing. You just like a sales rep, and then just try to search for any account in the system. It will come. In search, it will come, and basically you will get to see is only view only or the read only access to that account. That's the out of the box nature. So by means of territory assignment, by means of adding team member functionality, You are just trying to extend the security to the people that you want to extend. All good so far in accounts?
Yeah.
Any confusion still? And the same, see, contacts will not have a separate access. So it's the same thing as accounts. Like if the contact is associated to account, and then that's it. It's the same. I mean, you will get to see the contacts. You can modify contacts if the territory is assigned or if the team member is assigned to that particular account. So we need to treat contacts are always part of the account. That's how we should actually understand the application, unless until it's a person-based accounts. All right, and then okay, so that's about short about accounts contacts. So let me also cover the templates on accounts, right? That's assessment, how to configure an assessment. Do you want to see? That's very insignificant topic, but still I would go ahead and then talk about it. So how to build your own template and then how to access those templates in the 360-degree. And we don't usually do, I mean 95% of the customer, 95% of the customers don't really care what this is really. I mean, not much of a use for them. But still, let me show you how to do that. So right now we are in this place. Let's go to setup and maintenance. Others, setup and maintenance. Put the sales functionality. And now go to accounts and contacts functional area. So you see that there are required tasks basically, and then you find all tasks, which will give you the entire list under accounts and contacts. Basically, I would like to talk about two things here: profile options and then the template, how to build that template. Let me scroll down to the templates, assessments. Yeah, so here you see a customer center assessment template. And then you find there is one template given by Oracle for account object. The other two are lead and opportunity related. Basically, this is a seeded template, like it's nothing but out of the box. And then if you want to see the range, score range, just click on it. So this is how it is really defined. This is a satisfaction, customer satisfaction score range. You can define, you can add as many levels as you want if it is a custom template. And let's create one. And it's same thing, the process is same for lead and opportunity, so that we don't need to really worry about when we talk about leads. So template set common. Okay, you can describe what exactly you're trying to do. This is account satisfaction template 2.0. Just click next. Attribute access type code. Everything is there. Take it back. Try to modify this too. So here Oracle is giving three different ratings, qualitative ratings. If you want to add one more, we can do so. That's fine. It's totally up to us. Now you can define your own question. Create a question group. Seven close. Create question. So let's say I'm just taking a random, okay? Question, meaning of question will not make any difference, but only the concept. And then this is a group one. And if you want to make weightage, like say total put together should be 100 at any point. So let me make it 50 so that we can quickly cover this one. And possible responses are like, how do you want to rate yourself? How do you rate the service? It's very good. Or average. So how do you want to rate this thing particularly? Okay, you can make it like excellent. This is 4. This is average. Very good is like 10 points. 4 is 0, and then let me make it 5. Average. Next. Okay. I know I have done only half. I mean, let me also create one more question. Let's go back. And one more question. Create question. And then will you recommend the service to another customer? Something like this. Weightage is 50% more. My intention is to create only 2. That's why I'm just keeping it a simple survey. I would say yes or no. Only there would be only 2 responses. No. The score will be, let's say, 10. And if it is no, 0. I can keep it excellent and then poor if no. Weightage is same. And next, so there are 2 questions basically. 50-50 total should be 100 if you want to complete your survey. And the graph will be poor will be red, average will be yellow, and then excellent. If you want to change these colors, you can do so. And that's it. Just deploy it, and your model will be ready. So yeah, we just submitted an ESS process, but now you see there are 2 templates for customer. So which one should be available? We can make both available, but there has to be one default one. So right now the system, the seeded one is the default. Let me see if that is coming. Let me show you first how it behaves. When you are done with creating a template, is accessible at customer center. Let's go to accounts. Let's open this one. Go to assessments. You know what? This is seeded one. Now, if you're not interested in this, go here, add this one, and then you can use, no, save it. Okay. So that's it, just 50% of it. And if you want to make it yes, save it. So basically, what you see when you navigate from customer to the assessments. Here it is, the one you saved it, okay, or the one you used it. And if it is not used, it will show you the seeded one, because that's the default one that's set in the profile options. Basically, if I go to the another account and then just try to access it, you can go ahead and then choose any one of that. So both are available. So what if I want to make only one of them available here to pick up? Just make the other one inactive. As simple as that. Customer center assessment template. So I don't want to see both of them, because I can see as many as I make them active here. If you don't want to keep this one, only thing is just go ahead and then just try to deactivate it. Edit it. Let me see if I have an option of deactivate. Is that a delete option all the time? Yeah, so it won't get deleted, but thing is it will become deactive if I go and push the button delete. Really doesn't get out of this place. Status become changed. That's how it will happen. And the other thing is about test assessment. Is something like once you are done with the creation of this template, and then you want to test it, simulate it as if you are using on the customer 360-degree area, you can do so here. It's still loading. Okay, you can provide responses and then see how this is behaving, your template. This is out of the box one. Use the other one. Yeah, save it, and then you can test with how it's really working, and then that's how you can really test it. It's a kind of simulation of the template. So the other one is like view analytics that you see. If you want to see the responses from the system perspective overall, because you are actually filling it customer by customer, but you want to see the overall response. Let's say there are 100 customers, and then for all, let's say 90 out of 100 customers are filled up. If you want to have a quick glance of how everybody is responding to my template or the survey, you can come here and quickly have a look at it. Okay, but at the same time, if you want to build a report and then keep in the customer 360 degrees, so we can always do that. That's a kind of building a report and then customizing the 360-degree view. It's a kind of some effort, time and effort. But out of the box, you can see the responses overall, how in the questions, each question is really answered, etc. So you can quickly access these analytics. There is no drill down here since this is a web page. I don't know, Oracle did not give any drill down like how many people has actually given. It's only giving some kind of bar chart, but I know it's not very useful to the people, but still that's how Oracle has given this analytics part of it. So any questions so far on the template and how to use it?
Sorry, Srinas, where did you go for the analytics part?
Just actions, view
Okay.
analytics.
Okay.
Select template and then view analytics as simple.
Okay.
And then, yeah, go on. Any questions? And the same thing, how to create, the template, be it a lead opportunity account, doesn't matter. The process is same, and only thing is how you would access them. That's it. Creating a template, I don't want to really repeat for lead and opportunity, because that's what you do here, only selecting the object, that's it. Only thing is it's a profile option that will actually help you where to display those templates. That's all. Let's go back to the profile options. Where can I see customer center profile options? So this is about profile options. Sometimes it's a kind of system values that you want to put them as a default value. Yeah, there are different ways of putting a default options for fields or some functionalities. But thing is, profile options is one of the areas where you can put some default values. Okay, so now you see here, I can explain a couple of things quickly here. So JetCA sales team access, the default one. How do you want to set the default one? If you remember, the default one was edit. And when you click the team member and account quickly, that was coming as edit. So, but here, if you change that to only view only, that will come whenever you click the row there, and then you will see only view only. Now, if you want to keep it full all the time, every time I add a member, I don't want to, add on the creation of the account itself. You simply run the, territory assignment if it is really meeting it. It's saying no, that means I need to push button to run assignment after creating it. That's what it is saying. So likewise, if I update an account, then assign it, that's what it is asking. So every time if you update, it will check for the territory, the corresponding territory or set of territories. That's what it is. So you can explore more on that. Assignment types. Enable. Let me see what it is. There's nothing basically. Yeah, so first time I'm saying this profile option. This is not fully developed by Oracle. I think they're just keeping the placeholder for the future development. What else? Yeah, so default account type. Okay, so this one we were talking about yesterday. Is a prospect or account. This is added by people, owner, basically out of the box or customer prospect. Let's say if I create an account, by default it should be a prospect or a customer. You can modify it here. The system actually gives you prospect as the default value. No, I don't really deal with prospects. Whatever I create is basically a customer for me. We don't have business of creating prospects and then converting them into customer. Then you simply come here and then modify it. So this is one of the places. In application composer also we can modify this by writing little script, but if you don't want to write a script and then come here and then modify this, so then it becomes a customer by default. And the important one, most interesting one for you. So you're asking about yesterday person accounts, correct? So like I said, contact itself can be a contact, or you can make a contact into a person account. If you come here and then modify, so if I keep contact, right, it would simply remain as a contact in the application. It's like contact in the sense it's an employee working, or it's a kind of association with a customer. No, I don't have any B2B. I simply have B2C kind of business where I am implementing Sales Cloud. I don't want to use my accounts. There are organizations. It's only about contacts. Basically, those are not even contacts. Those are nothing but those are my person accounts basically. So those should be behaved like an account, basically customer account. Then you should come here and then modify this into a prospect. Again, this person account, you would start with a prospect or a customer, that's entirely up to you. So I can keep it simply customer. Now this is very, very important. This will change drastically the model, TCM model, trading community architecture model. So what I'm telling the system is, now if I modify this, if I create a contact, right, it's not a contact anymore, it's a customer for you. Let's see how it is.
But the contact does not have that field.
Let's see. Basically, it's not allowing me to create one. That's the problem. This application. Is there another way of creating a contact? Because now whatever contact I create here, right, that becomes a customer or person account. I think by enabling that profile option, that contact type should come there. Type would come there automatically. I don't exactly remember because I have never done B2C implementation. And if I implemented B2C, that's only contact. I never made a contact as a customer basically. Let me try from
Because when you go to contacts, there's no field called customer type.
Let's see that. I mean, I'm not jumping the gun because I have not done this before. Let's see the behavior. Since I modified the profile option, basically I should not create account, contact from account now, because contact itself is a customer for me.
Right.
Yeah, so I should not create from account. Okay, let me take opportunity or leave then.
Oh, it is not
Mm,
allowing you to create contacts directly from the contact screen?
that's a system issue, this application issue. It's not a maintained
Oh,
application
okay, okay,
thoroughly.
okay.
It's not really, it's not responding if I push the button, right? It's there even yesterday, same issue. It's going to be
Mm.
there. I don't know why it is. Or let me video contact.
Srinivas, you want to try this instance? Man, probably my instance is better than yours.
Yeah, you can share your screen then, and then I can guide you how to do that if you have instance already.
Yeah, when I'm actually on the mobile, so my laptop is not
Okay,
working. I'll give you the instance. You can type it down over there.
yeah, I can. You just give me the
Yeah, it's
information.
UCF3.
Sorry, yeah, tell that.
UCF3
UCF3.
hyphen ZPRI
Okay.
hyphen login dot oracledemos.com. So
It
on
says
top you
sales
have
you
multiple
right.
buttons, right? Just click on the first one.
Does it have sales privileges,
Yeah, yeah. I've
roles,
assigned the sales representative function to this.
a sales admin?
No, to create the contact, I just have.
But we need to modify the profile option to test that. But let me test it. I think if you have implementation consultant, that should be fine.
I don't know
Accounts
whether
and
I've added to
contact.
this implementation.
Customer center, customer account, customer center profile options. Yeah, this one. Hopefully it will allow me. Yeah, still fetching. That's the beauty of Oracle Cloud. Still fetching for one line.
What was the profile that you were looking for? Default account type, is it?
Contact type.
Contact type.
Accounts. Okay,
The signature.
I think both are not helping. Both are
I
not.
know.
So let's try this. This Y is working at least. Ah no, ignore this. This page is totally locked. I mean somehow it's frozen. Okay, let me try from opportunity. So I have an opportunity. Now you know what? Yeah, it's a question for you guys. Let this open. So now test. Okay. And now where do you go for if it is a person-based account, right? Where do you go? You go to the account or contact? Which screen you would go? I should go
To
to the
contact.
account. No, it's contact is simply contact. Now it's a person account, right?
Right. Yeah.
Those have created person account, those will reflect only in the account space. You follow me?
No, no, I missed it.
Okay, let's see that. Now I modify the profile option, right?
Right.
Okay.
So you default contact type you put as customer.
Yeah. So that's what I put there. Here the thing is, I'm creating an opportunity. That's what actually it is conflicting me. Rather, this is actually creating by default, organization account on opportunity. That's why I was only preferring. Yes, still doing. So I'm more interested in. Let me first create contact. Basically, it should come here in the account once it becomes a person account, right? Let me first create a contact. Create a contact. I should not go to basically contact section. So what will happen is it will only show contacts of type contact, not customer here.
Right.
So even if you let me create, this is the problem with creating contact on the opportunity or lead. I should have created there itself, but nevertheless I have no option. So John Slade, just remember this this contact. Required. Attribute country is required. Who is stopping you? Random. Yeah, so in this way we cannot create person customers if you go to
Right.
contact basically. So I need to create a contact on the contact itself, and then you will find the option there to see the person account. In the sense, contact type account basically. Unfortunately, let me try one more time here. It is John. The screen is entirely frozen. It's not even. sorry guys, so for this, is there another way of creating contact? So basically it will, look like your, customer thesis degree, except, first name and last name. There is only name here. Here you will find first name, last name, two different fields. Otherwise the total section actually is replicated from this, this object. Yeah, I mean, you can try. Maybe we can also revisit the same thing tomorrow. I'm also curious like how it's going to work. I do remember I did this experiment long time back, but I never implemented person accounts basically.
Yeah.
But I explored so person accounts. Yeah, let's move on. So that's about the contacts, accounts, and various other concepts of what profile options, how we can explore the templates. Yeah, so that's how it goes, the list. So let's move to leads quickly. So leads, what it begins with campaign would get some responses. So the responses would be pursued further, then they become like leads, meaningful responses. So the lead is further nurtured to become, let's say, leads. So you're running a campaign for the entirely new set of customers which you are not having them within your business. So those will become like your leads. Leads become your customers basically. Okay, that's how the cycle is for sales, right? So again, there's a different way of creating a lead again. So you have entire sets of customers. You are actually running a campaign for your existing customers. If they show interest in your product offering or the service offering, they will respond, and then that becomes another lead from the existing customer. So two different ways of creating a lead basically for an existing account, or is it's entirely new. That's what it is. It totally depends on the use case. See, you see the structure still remains same, but only the subtabs keep changing. Yeah. So basically, this is a lead page, overview page, the default one when you log in and then drill down. It will actually ask you to select the existing contact. Okay. And then also you can go down and then create a contact here itself. And then you can add it. And then lead name is defaulted with, the contact name with timestamp at what time you're creating the list lead basically. And then other things are like it's a person based, then job title, existing account. It's for the B2B. Okay, you can select all those customers. So basically product type is group or product. Again, it's a two different. There are two types of products in Sales Cloud. One is group and there is product. Product is nothing but it's a part. If you have heard of product information management, there is an item life cycle, etc. So it won't be that deep here, but here some items are synced from PIM to Sales Cloud. If we have integration in place, also we can also create from the scratch the items basically. So those are called products. Group is nothing but it's a kind of placeholder. It behaves as if it's a product basically. So to simplify the product structure, right, they created a concept called group, or we call it product group. Maybe we should also talk about it. I mean, I did not add that. Maybe I can add as a function setup manager. How to create product groups. So we'll talk about it, how to create product groups and then assign here basically. So the default value is group. We can also change the default value to product, and then you can select the already created product group for which product this lead has actually come from, and then various other details. These are all self-explanatory: contact, email, etc., address, and everything. The important field on this page is status. Basically, whenever you create a lead, the default is unqualified, and then when sales reps are actually further followed up and then say that yeah, this is a really valuable lead, and then we must take this forward in the business life cycle, then they feel they have their own way of qualifying the leads. Then they can either manually qualify the lead, or they can also submit a batch process, saying that let's say there are 1 million leads I got this morning. I cannot go and then modify every lead manually. like unqualified to qualified. What I can do, what do you mean by qualified according to your business scenario? So there will be some criteria where, let's say, my all leads where the rank is hard, then just qualify them, as simple as that. Okay, so then I can write a rule, qualification rules, and then I can simply schedule a batch process. Every time you load the leads data, then the batch is running in the behind the scenes, and then it will actually keep checking for the attribute rank, and then if the rank is hot, then it will qualify. The system will do the qualification process. So once it is qualified, let's say the next stage is, or the status value is that converted, and so the conversion will happen from the actions. So you can also reverse it to unqualify it once you save it. Qualify to qualify, unqualified to qualify, you can do so. Once it is qualified, you can also convert in the sense a lead becomes an opportunity. That's the out of the box functionality. If I push this button, what will happen? It will create an opportunity which is generated out of this particular lead record, and then it will associate automatically in the opportunity subtab. Okay, that's what it's going to happen. So run assignment, this is again a territory related stuff. Whenever you define territories for leads and then you push button this one, then it will actually bring all those eligible territories and then keep under sales team subtab. Retire is something like, yeah, so there are some leads which are not making any progress. Just retire that lead. Basically what happens is you cannot delete a lead basically right away. There is no button delete. There is a delete, but basically it will become inactive. So ideally the process is like retire it for some time, because yeah, so there will be a number of, usually the conversion rate is industry average is 10%, right? 9 to 10% is the best conversion rate. The remaining 90% of the leads are like either not useful or for the future. So sometimes you can retire those leads so that you can go back and then revisit them. Basically, that's the functionality of the retire. It will change the field status called retired, and then after a certain time you can delete the retired leads at the same time. Check for duplicates is the functionality. It will actually check for the duplicate leads. To be frank, I have never checked this one. It will only go by the lead name basically, or the contacts. That's out of the box, functionality. Check for duplicate. You may try it out. The source field, these are all manual things. I don't need to really talk about those things. The score is another important field. Score is something like, if you want to score, lead scoring, if you heard about lead scoring concept, the scoring of a lead based on certain parameters. Let's say my rank is hot again, and then I want to give a scoring of lead to, let's say, 50 points. That's again another batch process. Or I want to maintain my score manually. I want to, let's say I want to give 50 score manually, and I can revisit my qualification rules. I can modify my rule saying that if the rank is hot and then score is greater than 50, then make it qualified lead, or other way around. If my lead status is qualified, okay, and then score the lead to, let's say, 50 points, and that's one rule. I mean, these are all various rules that you can write on score, you can write on rank, you can write on status. I'm going to show you that how you can do that basically. So these are various lead management concepts. Okay, lead scoring, lead qualification, lead conversion, how you can really leverage the functionality. It's a beautiful functionality on the lead side of it. Yeah, we can see them in the subsequent class. How to write rules. Contacts, there's nothing new in the contacts, so you can add as many contacts as you want, and whichever is the primary will be shown on the summary page basically. Qualification, lead qualification, using a template question answer based. So how do you qualify sometimes, like I have a questionnaire, and then if the score is this template score is more than 70, and then qualify it. That's another way of qualifying the leads basically. So, but this template is similar to the one we just created there. I'm not going to again talk about this. So you can have your own template for leads. And sales team is nothing but adding more people. You can add the more people, and then you can see the territories here coming. What are the eligible territories? You can, once it is either scheduled or it totally depends on the profile option of the leads. So like I was saying, for accounts, we cannot write a rule so that more number of people are added automatically whenever the rule is met, rule criteria is met. But in case of lead and opportunity, you can still define your rules at functional setup manager, where let's say if the country is US, or let's say the summary, the rank is becoming hot, the rank is hot, then add sales VP onto every lead. That's my rule simply. Then what will happen? I simply go to the functional setup manager and then I set up a rule there. Whenever the lead is ranked as hot, then bring it, add the sales VP, so and so person. Then I schedule that process again. The rules I can schedule it. So whenever the criteria is met, the person is going to come and sit here automatically. That's how I can automate certain team member assignment rules in lead object. That's not possible with account. And it's true even in case of opportunity, where we can automate certain rules for the team member assignment. Okay, so that's another important aspect of it. And opportunities, like I was saying, when you convert a lead, it becomes an opportunity. That opportunity comments it here. Okay, and then you can also drill down to the opportunity. So deal registration is part of, say, PRM. I don't want to touch it at this moment of time. It's a totally different life cycle. So let's limit ourselves to lead, and lead becomes an opportunity. So I see, this is the UI perspective I'm just talking about, but the functionality perspective, like I said, there are various rules that we can build for a lead particularly. Let me close this. And the profile options are specific to object. If I go to setup and maintenance, sales leads this time, and lead qualification template, and then lead profile option. Template is nothing but that qualification template, similar to the one that we created for customer satisfaction. You can do that. So sales lead profile option, and certain default values that you can keep it here. And so this is another batch process where we actually schedule various process, like I mentioned before. We will see this one later on once we see actually the important ones. I was actually referring to rules, right? Sales lead assignment rules. Yeah. Now, if you see this, select a category, you'll find lots of rules already defined by Oracle. And then you observe here, sales lead qualification rule category, lead ranking category, sales resource rule category, lead scoring rule category, and number of things. So let's see one of the, let's see if you have any rules, like somebody created new ranking rule, something like these are all custom. The standard one is, let's see, anything is created on this one. Yeah, somebody created it. So it's a ranking rule. Basically, just a name on the top. Let me click on this one. It will tell you the entire rule criteria. Basically, this is a ranking. What I'm telling the system is, by creating this rule, whenever this criteria is met, this is the criteria section, and this is the end result that I want to see on the lead page. Okay, what I'm telling is This is the rule name, and effective start date and date means that's the date range in which the rule is active. Those are not mandatory. You can keep them empty all the time. And active inactive means you want the rule to be invoked or not based on the checkbox value. And here the any condition or all conditions, kind of and or kind of rules. I can still add more criterion items, and then I can club them by means of all. All should be met if you want to set this value hot, or only any one of the rows to be met is fine for me to set the value hot. That's what it is simply. So let's limit ourselves to 1 for the simplicity's sake. So I was just telling that system that since lead number is not blank, and then set value to hard. Basically what I'm telling, whenever I create a lead, let's make it hard, as simple as that, because the lead number is the unique identifier created by the application whenever the lead is created. That means it's going to be true all the time. So then make it set value to hard, then save and close. So this is kind of ranking rule that I can define. Once you define your rule, right, you need to save and publish it all the time. Okay, so though I did not modify the rule, I don't want to publish it because it's already active, already published a long time back. So once you are done with the defining the rule, I think you need to set the profile option. Manage sales the profile option. Yeah, let's see. Just do the blind search, and then module is sales leads. Just copy this here, paste here, so that I can shortlist only lead related. There is a profile option for the ranking rule. Okay, so yeah, I think here this is the default one. Okay, let me switch it back, save. So you define the rule there, come to the lead profile option, select the one that you want to apply to the lead records basically. Now save and close. And now let me duplicate this page. Go to sales leads. This is the lead created by me yesterday, and then I just updated as qualified. Let me make it as save and close. Okay, so my intention is, since its lead is created, it should become hot. There should be an action here where rank the lead. Let me close this. Okay, here it should come hot automatically. Let me see if that action is available here. Accept, assign, score, retire. Okay, so there is no rank action item here. I can accept, I can assign, I can convert, qualify. Maybe I need to add that using application composer. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is here let's say if I write qualification rules there, I can come here and then run qualification rules. If I run the created there score rules, score related rules, I can come here and then simply put a score, and then what I can do, I can select them in multiples. Again, the multiples in the sense not beyond 20. The system would only run 20 at a time, and then you can go select them, all of them. A scoring is in progress if I push that. Okay, because I don't know if the rules are there or not. I was just trying to show you that's how I can run it on the ad hoc basis. So if I have already defined the page and then expose that rank, action here, and then I can click all those, lines here and then run that on ad hoc basis. Instead, that since we need application composer to make that available here, if something is not available, alternatively, what I can do, I can run a batch process. So batch process can be done by one of the task lead processing activities. Yes, this one. So I can submit it, in the process here, or I can schedule it. The system would actually pick up and then run the entire rule set. Basically, what I'm telling is ranking is my process that I want the system to recognize it. Age in days. This is the criteria. Which leads you want to run this ranking basically. So this is the process I want to run. But let's say there are 1,000 leads, 1 million leads. You want to run for all 1 million leads or only certain leads which are created today, for example, or certain leads which are created in this week, so that the load is very less, right? You don't want to recreate, rerun the process for all 1 million leads every day. Okay, that's going to affect the system performance, and which is not required because it's going to rerun for the leads which are already run for the ranking. So that's how you can limit number of leads by putting some criteria, by means of putting only some fax based, phone based, where the source is, let's say direct email, only run for them, it is going to run like that, something like that. Or rank only where it is qualified for me. So let me keep it qualified for now. And then this is the only criteria I have it. And then let me put also creation date in between. Let's say this week I created, or this month, and today is 15th. Okay, and then status is qualified. So my criteria is simply the lead should be created between this date range, and then the lead should have a qualified. Okay, now my process is ranking. Okay, and then either I can schedule this for multiple, start date. So so I can schedule it for later on today, or I can also make it a recurrence process, repeat. No, run this every day for me, days, and then right from today. Okay, and then repeat frequency is every day. Then if I submit it at this time, starting from today, every day it runs. If I keep this, let's say if I keep it 1 weeks, so it's going to add every 7 days, and then it will run every day, so that I don't need to really worry about it. My job is only to load leads or create leads, and then just wait for the schedule that you want to see, if you want to see the ranking. Now if you want to see the result immediately, right, just make it immediate, submit. What will happen, it will run some batch process behind the scene, and then you can see if this is running successfully. Because I hardly see any leads. I think we created one lead yesterday, which is got qualified today. That's one of the criterion point. I can refresh this.
So this will pick up the default rule that you assign to the profile and then run the rule.
Yeah, I mean, first I created the rule and then modified my profile option for the ranking rule. And then either I'm trying it on the UI or trying to through batch process.
Yeah.
Succeeded. I can get into the log and then see any comments passed by Oracle. Attachment cannot be retrieved. Why? But anyway, let's see the result. See, earlier it was blank. Now you see the image is like burning image, or the flame image, and the value is now hot. That's assigned by the system basically. I made it blank before I run the rule. if you recall that. And then now you see the value is now set to hot. That's how the system would actually assign certain values, classify certain leads into hot, warm, cold, etc. So that's how you can try for other rules, which is called, you go to the leads rules and then go to, let's say, qualification rules. You can try similarly. You can try, I just tried ranking rules, right? You can try, scoring rules basically. Nobody has created anything, but make sure you create the rule, you publish the rule, okay? And then you modify your sales profile option for the scoring rule, and then that's it. You can, for scoring, there is available action on the UI readily available, which we don't need to expose using application composer. That one you can try on the UI, or you can come here and then schedule the process, which is like manage lead processing activities. Here itself you can create a lead processing activity, then select the scoring rule. Okay, so qualification is for the qualification, qualifying the leads. Assignment is for the territory assignment basically. Okay, so yeah, I'll talk about territory assignment later on when we talk about territories, because we don't have territories readily to assign it. I would recommend to try the same way for the scoring, during your time, whenever you have time. And then let me see if I can do quickly one resource assignment. Lead scoring, territory, resource rule category. Resource. Sales lead. So here there are these are all sales lead related, information. Sales lead. So this is basically I'm trying to evaluate a criteria of certain attributes of these lead object, lead, child objects, related objects, etc. So you can explore more into these areas, but let me take sales lead primarily. And then we just had rank, right? What I'm telling the system is, wherever the rank is hot on the leads, I'm telling the system that assign a person, especially if the last name is raw. Let me check. Okay, I'm telling the system that whenever the lead is becoming hot, then immediately assign Mr. Rao to the lead so that he can get to see that lead. Otherwise, like I said, leads are seen only by the owners of the lead who create them. I just created a rule and then published it. Just wait to see that until it is published successfully and that yellow triangle is disappeared. It will take some time, few seconds. Okay, now it is published. You check the date and timestamp. Now the next step is to simply check if there is a related profile option. Sales leads and assignment rule, scoring rule, matching rule. Let's see, rule based lead assignment. Sales lead resource rule category. This was the rule that we were taking. Now save it. Okay, so now you all set to run that rule. Let me run assignment. Run immediately. Save and close.
Or this can be a batch process as well.
Yes, that's the assignment there.
Yeah.
Basically, it will bring both territories and resource assignment rules. The assignment means basically.
Provided we set
If
up
there
the
are,
profile, whether the assignment should be territory or as rule based or both.
right. So you can try it out of your own hands. So with that, we covered until leads with the more what we covered is like the profile actions. Distributing the scoring rules to you. You can try it. Okay, so these were covered, and we will talk about opportunity and opportunity related tasks tomorrow. And this is very high level that I covered on lead related because the other rules are similar to the ranking and resource assignment. I covered qualification template, how you can add it. And responses is something, there's nothing we can really configure this about. It's actually coming from us. And opportunities, okay, let me try converting this opportunity lead into an opportunity. It's simply a manual conversion, or we can also schedule a batch process or by writing some scripting. If the criteria is met, convert all those into opportunities. So here, this is a mapping page. The lead name is becoming an opportunity. Lead owner is becoming an opportunity owner. It is taking account.
Students, while this happens, a couple of queries I have.
Sure.
Uh, so we said we can auto qualify a lead. So that means we have a similar set of rules where we can define how when to qualify the lead, right?
Right.
And same, you can schedule the program so that it will auto qualify in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have the qualification template.
Right.
So the qualification template is similar to the account template that we just defined, where you have the question group questions and the responses and weightage to that.
Right.
So once I select a template in the lead and answer those questions and provide the response, so will I be able to qualify it automatically based on a certain score? Say, for example, my weightage becomes more than 60%, can
Yeah.
qualify the lead.
We can build a rule based on the qualification template score. So the score, whatever you see here, right, that's coming, popping up.
Right.
So based on this score also, we can qualify the leads. Yeah.
So in that case, I need to do two steps. One is define the qualification template and then define another rule where you say that the score is more than, say, for example, 80, then you qualify it.
Right.
Okay. And when you mentioned about auto conversion of opportunity, is that again a rule or we need to write a script for that?
I don't think there's a rule. Let me check for conversion. No, there's no rule. We need to write a script for that.
Okay.
And but we can still leverage the rules of system. Remember, I have done that. But yeah, scripting is compulsory. Purely by rules, we cannot.
We cannot do that purely by scripting, purely by rules.
Right. So there is a setting the status basically. I'll show you. But it doesn't really convert an lead into an opportunity, but it will change the status value, lead status, right? And there is an option to set the status as converted by means of running the rule, but in real sense, it doesn't really convert a lead into an opportunity, but only changes the status to converted. Is it crazy?
Okay.
I think I saw it somewhere. Let me take you to all tasks rules. So that's part of your qualification, new qualification ranking, qualification rule category. Okay. If I create new rule, you see this criteria, right? You can add criteria and set a value to converted. You can keep it. Okay. Add your own criteria and set value to convert. That means the lead status is converted. So if you run this process, right, what will happen? It won't convert a lead into real time, but it will convert this value of the status.
Oh, okay. But when I go to opportunity, I will not be able to see the opportunity.
Yeah, you will not see the opportunity. It will change to converted. I don't know why they have kept it like that, but yeah, that's how it is. But if you want to really do so, we need to bring it up.